$700 in fourth stimulus checks? Well, friends, that's awesome news. New payments have just been approved, and hundreds of thousands of Americans can expect to receive a one-time relief check that is worth up to $700. These new batches of checks will go out until next year. Friends, this is the latest fourth stimulus check news and information, so do make sure, friends, that you watch until the end of this video. I will also be giving away a $75 Walmart gift card 4 days a week. If you would like to enter these giveaways, simply click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. During the months of November and December, I will also be surprising several of you with $200 gift cards to say thank you so much, friends, for being part of this community. The deadline has passed for South Carolina residents to file their state individual income tax returns for 2020. This means that rebates totaling up to $700 are beginning to be sent out now through the end of this year. South Carolina Department of Revenue Director Hartley Powell told reporters today, "We are on schedule to issue rebates by the end of the year. You must have filed your 2021 individual income tax return by October 17th to be eligible." So friends, to qualify for the rebate, applicants had to file their tax return by the deadline, have a tax liability for 2021, and be a resident of South Carolina. The maximum payment that one can receive is $700. According to the state, when referring to this year's rebate, you are considered as having tax liability if you owe state individual income tax for the year 2021. The amount of your tax liability is determined by the amount of individual income tax that you may owe, minus any credit. State lawmakers approved the distribution of the tax rebates during a special session in June, including it in a $13.8 billion budget bill. The rebates are projected to cost roughly $1 billion. President Biden has also notched a new record on jobs, with 10.3 million gained during his tenure. But voters in Tuesday's midterm elections are far more focused on inflation, hovering near 40-year highs. Inflation has been a very big issue for Congress, especially for Democrats. They already have a small probability of retaining control of the House of Representatives and Senate. Economic anxieties have compounded as our Federal Reserve has repeatedly hiked its benchmark interest rates to try to lower inflation and possibly raise unemployment. Mortgage costs have soared upwards. So President Biden is asking voters to look beyond the current financial pain, saying that what matters are the job gains that he believes his policies are fostering. The government reported this past Friday that employers added 261,000 jobs in the month of October, as the unemployment rate bumped up to 3.7%. Roughly 740,000 manufacturing jobs have been added since the start of Biden's presidency. That is a figure that the U.S. president says will keep rising because of his funding for infrastructure projects, the production of computer chips, and the switch to clean energy sources. President Biden said in a speech this week, "America is reasserting itself. It's as simple as that. We also know folks are still struggling with inflation. It's our number one priority." Yet the U.S. president is also warning that a Republican majority in Congress could make inflation worse by seeking to undo his programs and treating payments on the federal debt as a bargaining chip instead of an obligation to honor. His challenge is that the party in power generally faces skeptical voters in U.S. midterms, and inflation looms over the public mindset more than job growth. As Biden tries to fend off fears that inflation is causing the country to slide into a recession, his chief evidence of the economy's resilience is a continued job growth. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre has also told reporters, "As we see the economy as a whole, we do not see it going into a recession." One analysis suggests that inflation basically erased a political boost that Democrats could have gotten from strong economic growth during the 3 quarters in 2021. Even if the economy is top of mind for many voters, the conflicting forces of past growth and high inflation cancels each other out. Many Republican candidates have specifically said that President Biden's $1.9 trillion crisis relief package last year overheated the U.S. economy, causing prices to rise alongside the job gains that they claim would have happened anyways as the crisis has receded. They have also stated that President Biden should have loosened restrictions on oil production in order to increase domestic output and lower gasoline prices. House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy, who would become Speaker if the GOP wins a House majority, has criticized Biden on high prices. So friends, please let me know your thoughts on our U.S. economy. Please leave those thoughts in the comments section below. Well, my amazing and dearest friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. Thank you so much, friends, for joining me here every day as I post a new video. I'll be announcing a winner for the Walmart gift card giveaway in a video later today. So please make sure that you do stay tuned for that video. Thank you, friends, and have a wonderful and blessed weekend.
Good. Well, it is my honor and pleasure to welcome these leaders to the official office of the Vice President of the United States to have a very important conversation, a continuing conversation around the future of our country. That really is the topic. That truly is the topic. The topic of our conversation is the topic of who are we as a country and the future of our country. And it is my privilege and pride to welcome you here today to talk about this. And let's be clear, and I don't have to tell the people at this table, if anyone wants to know who are our dreamers, let me tell you who they are. They include members of our military. They are college students. They are people that work in Fortune 500, Fortune 50 companies. They are the 200,000 at least frontline workers who saved the lives and protected the lives of people they didn't know. That's who are our dreamers. And many arrived in their home country in the United States before they could walk or talk. Many have been living recently, for these years, a life of uncertainty, even though this is the only home they've ever known. And they deserve a pathway to citizenship. They deserve a pathway to citizenship. And so I want to make clear to the dreamers who are here and those who are watching from home, this is your home. This is your home. And we see you, and you are not alone. The President and I, needless to say, and I hope many of you saw his town hall yesterday, we are unequivocal that we recognize you for the Americans that you are, and that we recognize that you deserve all the rights that come with American citizenship. And so we will be tireless in fighting for a pathway to citizenship. Now, we are having this conversation after the recent federal court ruling, but I want to make something clear. It will not immediately affect current DACA recipients. Also, it will put hundreds of thousands of young immigrants in jeopardy, including Deanna, who you are about to hear from. But our administration is taking action. So through the United States Department of Justice,